Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Spartan Nation Live. I'm Evelyn Rager.
And I'm Mason Ivy.
We start by looking at the events we have this week. Here's Spartan Nation Live's Jennifer Hansen with more.
On Monday, both the JV girls and JV boys tennis teams will be playing against Jinx starting at 4 p.m. Over on the baseball field, the JV white team takes on Hall & Hall from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. And the varsity baseball team will face Hall & Hall at 7 p.m. Tuesday is all about baseball. Varsity will play Jinx at 5 p.m. and later the JV baseball blue team goes against Jinx at 7 p.m. On Thursday, the JV blue baseball team will play McAllister at 5:30. At the same time, the JV soccer team will be playing Inola. Friday is track and field. The 9th grade, JV girls, and varsity track and field teams will all compete against Bixby from 10 to 11 a.m. Later on, varsity baseball team will take on Victory Christian from 7 to 8 p.m. That's all the events for this week. For Spartan Nation Live, I'm Jennifer Hansen.
Pokemon celebrated its 30th anniversary. The global phenomenon began with the 2 Game Boy titles released in Japan. Pocket Monsters Red and Green shortened to Pokemon in Japanese, spawning what is now considered the world's highest grossing media franchise. The coveted characters appeared on a popular anime series, trending cards, and years later on a mobile app called Pokemon Go, creating a whole new generation of Pokemon fans. More than 75 billion Pokemon cards have been produced over the years and are traded in a highly lucrative market. Earlier this month, a single card was sold for more than $16 billion. What's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon is Diancie. What is yours?
I like Ivysaur.
While some teachers need markers or desks, one BHS teacher is hoping to get a well. That's right, a well. Spartan Nation Live's Juan Lopez explains.
New ideas are being brought to Bixby every day. Some can be small, and others can be groundbreaking.
I would like to invite a geophysics company to come and drill a water well somewhere on the campus at the high school. We would work through with Oklahoma State University, which is where I experienced this process last summer through their summer camp for high school students. It's called GeoRex. So if you want to go, you can see me, Mrs. Smith. One of the professors works closely with a geophysical company that drills looking for groundwater. And so they donated their time and equipment to come onto the Gary Stewart Core Research Facility, which is part of Oklahoma State's Geology Department. And they spent the afternoon drilling. And there were about 30 students from across Oklahoma who were there to experience and be a part of that process, as well as study the substrate, the core samples that were pulled out as the well was being drilled. And students could find out where the water table actually is. Now, how that would benefit us is once the well is drilled and capped, we could check it periodically to see if Bixby is experiencing some sort of drought or if the water table after a heavy rainfall has risen, and that could give us some sort of an indicator of maybe when we would experience a flood.
If the well is approved of, it will most likely be built here at this creek.
If there is enough interest, we could reach out to the same company that donated their time and equipment to Oklahoma State and contact them and see if they would be interested. And I think maybe one of the first things we would do is have, I don't know, some representatives from the school, some students go and meet with the geophysical company and talk to them about it and then kind of work through the steps. Then it would take writing a proposal possibly to the school board and the district to get permission to do this. This experience would be incredibly valuable to environmental science students as well as earth and space students during their geology studies, because we learn all about water, we learn all about sediment, we learn all about floods, and having a well drilled and on campus would absolutely be a really fun activity and experience for the kids.
If you're interested with the installation of the well, please contact Ms. Smith. With Spartan Nation Live, I'm Juan Lopez.
Spring break is coming up, and Spartan Nation Live's Thomas Datala asked students about their plans.
From cruising to Disney World to staying at home, let's hear what the students are doing this spring break.
Playing AVA Battlegrounds and getting red combos.
I'm going to be going out to the movies with a couple of buddies.
Staying home. I will be spending time with family and friends.
There are many ways the students are utilizing this week-long break. Let's hear more of the fun things they're getting into.
My plans for spring break, I'm going to Florida with my family.
Over spring break, me and my family are probably going to go to Las Vegas.
Nothing.
Spring break is a special time to do things stress-free. For Spartan Nation Live, I'm Thomas Tatala.
The great expectation character trait for the month of March is courage, the ability to do something difficult even when there's risk. Before we go, it's time for the motivation of the week.
Hi, I'm Janet Smith, and I teach AP Environmental Science, and Earth and Space. And for your motivation of the week, I just want you guys to know that everything that you're learning in your classes, whether or not you truly get it, is of value to you. For example, if you were to take my class, I try to explain why you're learning something, the method behind it, and how it will relate to you in the future. So don't stop learning. Learning is fun. Remember, your minds are vessels to be filled.
That's all for this week's Spartan Nation Live. You can join us each Monday for our weekly announcements, or you can watch anytime on our YouTube channel at Spartan Nation Live. I'm Evelyn Rager.
And I'm Mason Ivy.
And from all of us here at Spartan Nation Live, remember,
It's a great day to be a Spartan.